and welcome back to a personal code of conduct. This is Dio, and today I'm basically talking about things I hate about my country, things I hate about myself, abstract things I just hate, then things I hate about all of humanity. I don't know, I tried to write this and I tried to improve and be like a better person and arrange my shit, but this week just reminded me of why I am currently unhappy. But I won't say I'm unhappy. I'd say I'm not feeling anything. And again, this week is basically me reminding you that this isn't a podcast to give the answers, because I don't have the answers. This is me trying to get the answers for myself, and maybe showing people my thought process and understanding that everybody is different. People are complex. People are not unique, but that's not a problem, because they are even in the infinite amount of issues that we face in life. There's a short list of possible options you can choose, because all of us have different question sheets. We appear unique, but in each particular question there's very little option. I know I rambled again, but this week is things I hate: myself, humanity, and abstract things. Oh, and Nigeria too. But I think that's going to cover with humanity. But my country is special. Is special to me. It's all I have. And that is going to look at things about existing. This is going to be I'm going to try to say horrible and sad things in the most cheery voice possible. But I'll probably find myself constantly being oh, I hate it here. So yeah, this is not a cherry, this is not a reflective opinion. This is just me actively stating what I hate. And maybe next week I'm going to say that I'm trying to improve myself. But if I don't see any solutions, these are things that I actively hate about myself, about my nations, and my plans to improve them. Or when I have no plans, I just hate it and I clear out and try to understand why I'm feeling helpless about this particular thing. So enjoy. Also, I'm trying a new recording method to see if it's particularly good. I'm recording on a different recorder, then sending it over to Anchor to see whether the voice, what's the word, it's different or it's good. And the editing here is so shit, because look at the time, it's fucking 1:30 on a Sunday and I'm recording this when I'm supposed to fucking post it today. Dario. At least I'm consistent. I wanted to ask myself what I should start with. So let's start with what I fucking hate about humanity. There's a lot to hate about us. I don't know what is good about us. But the number one thing that I have right now, my words keep slipping around my tongue number one thing I have right now is our complete hypocrisy. We are just so blind to parallels. One basic example that you face in Nigeria is an African goes to the US and they are really frustrated about racism and whatever, but some of them, and that's the thing I like about humanity, the fact that there's always exceptions. There are always people that are not trash. That's the thing. They might be trash in other things, but in that particular issue there are always people that are not trash. But a common occurrence, which is not the majority, just some people that are bitter and petty, they just transfer aggression. I know I've talked about the transfer of aggression a lot, because that thing irks me what the fuck, and I hope I don't become like that in the future. Maybe I am like that sometimes, but I'm working on it. So it's they experience horrible racism, and they come here, they don't even think. They get so angry that, oh, this person isn't thinking about me as a human being, I'm being disrespected, and they have the effrontery to get a maid from a very poor household and treat her less than human being. It's always her. I don't know, I've never seen somebody with a male maid and treat her less than a human being. Their households with male maids, so they're and treat her less than a human being, treat her like trash, belittle her intelligence, because humiliate her because she's ignorant. That's the one thing. People are just blind to parallels. This is literally what you just experienced. Why the fuck are you doing like that? There, stop saying fuck. People are literally just willfully blind to parallels. Another thing that stresses me out about humanity, our desire to inflict. Like I said, I realize this is not a majority, but majority is quiet about issues that don't concern them. And I like the fact that I like it and I like the fact that everybody faces this issue in a different manner, but we are just so blind to parallels. We just refuse to accept that this situation is similar to that situation, because in one situation we are the perpetrator and in the other situation we are the victim. Like, just don't forget, like, do not forget that you're not always the best. Like, you're not always the best, you're not always the winner, you're not always, and whoever was made you, or whatever made you feel like trash, must you make another person feel like trash? I don't think I have a way to counter it. Like, this is society as a whole, this is all of humanity, and it's just there, like, what the actual whatever. But like, in my own personal life, I don't know if I've done it, but I've made a promise to myself that, because I like judging people, I'm not even going to deny it. I like judging people, but like, to judge people with peace of mind is knowing that if somebody is being humiliated, who is being seen as less than a human being, who is seen as a single aspect of their personality, I will speak out for them. So that way, to be honest, I can judge somebody from that of society for not speaking out for me, because my conscience is clean, which is a horrible way to think about shit. Like, I need to find like a better reason to defend people other than the fact that I will have the upper hand when they are doing shit. Die. Another thing I hate about humanity is our apathy. I think the word is apathy. I don't know, I wanted to sound like I know cool words and I'm too lazy to Google shit. Like, I don't want anything, Dio. Like, our apathy. And the thing is that when it doesn't concern us, we are so obsessed with like being away from things that don't concern us. Like, it's going to touch. That's the thing I love about like our sad case of being human, is that eventually it's going to touch you. It always touches you, and then you'll not see anybody to support you. Like, if somebody is being used as a scapegoat, your transfer of aggression is pointless, because you're still the fucking scapegoat. Like, you're still that dude, you're still the asshole, you're still, like, it's pointless because you're still the scapegoat. So it's important that you increase the number of allies. And I like the fact that even though history continuously repeats itself, the good parts of history also continuously repeat themselves. Like, every time we say history is repeating itself, we think about times where people were fucking stupid. But the times where people were smart, they do repeat themselves continuously in history. So like, 50-50, life is not that bad. This is something that I love. And I know this just suddenly stopped, but like, it's a third thing. This is something that I love and really hate about humanity in what they call it, depending on the situation. It's our duality of beliefs. Like, what the fuck do you believe? Like, what do you actually believe? Like, because we are so complex, mind you, complex is not unique. Because we are so complex, there are aspects. For example, let me use a complete human being who is obsessed with like fair-skinned individuals, but but would treat them like trash because he has this mindset that they are loose. So in that kind of sense, you're just there like, so what do you like? Like, we never truly like something completely. We just like parts of it, and we like to build our narrative of it. I know I keep saying, oh, people are complex, people show so many facets. Why am I creating like an idea? That's the one thing I keep trying to push. People do people things, and whatever a human being has done, it's a human being kind of thing, which is just sad, but like, it's the truth. People try to exist, they try not to just die, and that is what we've all been trying to do, trying to not die. Okay, not all of us, some of us are actively trying to die for whatever reason. I don't know, man. I get annoyed because Ubuntu says I am me because you are you, but to be honest, most of human society takes because it's tied into our double speak and our like we pick and choose, which is a fabulous thing, but it can be very hateful and annoying because it depends. Like, sometimes we never take the whole of anything. Everybody that says they read the Bible from back to front, they do this one, they do that one, in the end, your interpretation of something is never the literal context of whoever wrote it. That's why it's interpretation, and that's why communication is so hard, because it's almost like people are not listening to you. They just listen to what they want to hear, or they even twist things, and there's a possibility they might not even remember the situation the same way you did, and you're just there like, guy, I know I rambled, but people do things for no reason other than it's not proper, it's not how society should be. And I understand, like, and I like the fact that, I know I keep saying like and hate, but these are actually things I hate. I like the fact that a lot of people depend on other people to think. To be honest, it's not a crime to be a sheep, because you can't know everything. Sometimes you just want simple short stories, and you're just there like, I don't know everything. You just want simple short stories, someone to explain it to you. It's like my whole skincare stuff, where I'm like, even when I try to like hype myself and be like, oh, I know all this shit, why don't people read labels? For the last fucking 21 years of my life, was I reading labels? No, I just used to use whatever the product said it could do and hope for the best. I didn't think about the ingredients. So it's like, every time I try to do deal, oh, I know I'm educated on skin issues and shit. It reminds me, like, I put myself in my fucking place, like, guy, you can't judge these people, because like for 20 years you didn't know about this shit. So it's normal when people are sheep to particular things. Like, there's some, like, people are so complex, not unique by the way, that in some aspects of their life they know everything. They research, because it is how they move their life forward, mostly their livelihood. But in some areas they are just sheep. And I think it's our duty, I think this is one thing I need. It's our duty to ensure that we are putting out the right information. That if we know that people's views, even as much as we try to encourage people to not be sheep, most people are not going to research on everything. Most people are not going to be well versed on everything. They will probably just trust the opinion of the person with the loudest voice. This goes back to where I was talking about like this YouTube comments where he was complaining about American anti-intellectualism, and it made me realize one thing, that yes, in like according to optimistic nihilism and nihilism in general, in the grand scheme of things, everything is pointless. So if you look at it in minute scale, all your knowledge is equal to all of this person's ignorance. So the real test, the real thing is who can draw the most people in. And so if you have knowledge, you must not have the arrogance of knowledge. That is because the arrogance of knowledge is the exact same thing as ignorance, because you're trying to spread it. If somebody is able to spread their crazy, it's crazy because I'm against that notion, because whatever is going on is people's notions, whether their notions are built on facts or emotions straight on their mind. It's a movement that they are trying to push forward. And if you cannot make people are not always going to be fact driven in every single thing, and some people are never ever fact driven, and it's important that you try to move those people towards being individuals that do their own research. You try to push for a generation that can understand more things, that can move forward. I keep saying that this was supposed to be me that like I hated everything, but like I don't know, I'm getting kind of happy. So while pushing for a generation that knows more things, that looks to research, that understands that some people need to study certain things, and it's okay to keep quiet if you don't know anything about something, and that's fine. But it's also understanding that in the grand scheme of things, is the person that can pull the most people. I think that's where Ubuntu comes into the, like, if you want to change society, you have to get supporters. I remember this one YouTube video about this guy. He calls himself the storyteller. I don't always agree with what he says, but like there's one thing he said, he was like, that I really, really liked. It was like, and like I said, I'm human, I'm picking and choosing. I'm also extrapolating my behavior to all of humanity. But I realized that even though I'm extrapolating my behavior to all of humanity, I recognize that I will find somebody like me, but all of humanity is not like me. So like, that's by the way. So Storyteller was talking about how I think he really likes, he's British, I think Nigerian British, but he really likes African American culture. And he was talking about how the Black Panther movement, like, getting people in, you have to make it look cool. Like, let it be seductive enough for people to get in. Maybe as they grow older, as they get into the movement, they understand what it truly is about, and they will probably be able to move more people in, because it's no longer how it is cool, it is how it can impact people. But branding is important. People need like a one-line short, quick. Like, I don't want to fall into the trap where I'm judging people for wanting speed, I'm judging people for wanting a bite size, I'm judging people for just reading headlines. As much as I want to continue to encourage the younger generation, more. Like, as much as I want to continue to be someone who spreads the desire for research, says the girl who didn't properly write her outlines. Lol. As much as I want, the woman actually, as much as I want to be someone that spreads the idea for research, I cannot judge somebody who reads based on a headline. But people have been so manipulated by like, people know that all of us are like this. That's the one thing that is so amazing about humanity. The very fucking fact that just because you know doesn't mean you can't be manipulated by something. And I'm just there like, oh god, we are all fucking daft. So that's all about what I hate about humanity. I don't know, it's just been weird. So like, bye. Oh, the things I hate about my country. Surprisingly, this is not much. Like, obviously, I hate the fact that we're still broke as fuck and like poor. And like, I like the fact that even though these are things that I hate, I like the fact that we're not unique. Maybe I'm enjoying my mediocrity. But like, looking at my country and looking at the history of other countries, we are not the weird ones. Like, we are weird, we are corrupt, we're creepy, we are annoying and shit like that. But like, I don't hate us for those things. Those things are just there. Like, yes, like, that's the thing I have to say about my country. I don't hate it. Those things are just there, and those things can be fixed. I don't know whether you start a movement. I haven't even decided what I want to do in my microcosm of the world. I keep saying microcosm. I don't think that's correct. In my tiny portion of the world. And I'm like, I don't think I can handle the idea of building a movement. But like, knowing the fact that humanity has been through situations similar to ours and they've come out of it. There are situations where people have been fucking stupid and they've continued to stay in cycles. There are situations where people were fucking stupid for a really, really, really long time and got out of it. So it's like, as I'm not like holding out hope or being dramatic and being like, this will change everything. But like, I know that change is still possible. Like, so far people are alive, change is still possible. And that's the one thing that people forget when looking at like their small society. Because Nigeria, in the context of the entire human race, is a small society. Lagos is in context of the entire human race is insignificant. But like, if you look at these things, you understand that we are not weird. And because we are not weird, there is a way out. But that's like another thing. Things that I genuinely hate, things that I know can be changed. No, things I know cannot be changed for the individual. They can be changed for the society, but not the individual. There are things that, one of these things that stress me out is seeing broken children. Not mentally broken, children with their bodies broken, literally crawling on the floor and just walking over them. Like, and seeing young men with no legs, like, and it's not even an accident or anything. It was a simple preventable disease that they got. Like the polio rates. When I see children, it just annoys me. Like, I don't know who am I supposed to be angry at? Their mothers who brought them to this world. But then again, their mothers are probably really young and didn't have full control about themselves, about their body, about their lives, about anything. And I'm like, who am I going to be angry? Am I going to be angry at the men that marry these women? These men know no better, but yes, they refuse, like all human beings, not like all human beings, a good portion of human beings, they refuse to accept that people other than them are real. I think that is the one thing that has woken me up, is understanding that people are real. And like I said in I think in the last podcast, where I was like, this is my newfound empathy, this is my newfound understanding that people are people. People are exactly like me, yet very different, because we have different experiences. It makes me understand that if somebody is refusing to see me as a human being, I have to understand where they are coming from, how they became that way. But I shouldn't use that as a foundation for excuse. I should use that as a foundation to say that they are the enemy and they must be destroyed. Whether or not maybe they are redeemable is none of my concern. The cocoa of the horror is that they are against me. And they're against my rights, they're against my peace of mind, they're against everything. And if you're a bad person, like my definition of bad, which is against the things I want, I try to tell myself that the things I want to continuously be good, the things I want to implement to continuously be good, so that anybody who is against the things I want is the enemy. So like that vibe. But so like I went off point and repeated something from last week, but like, who am I supposed to be angry at when I look at a child with, like, I don't know, should I be stressed that humanity has not yet found a way to grow back body parts? Who am I supposed to be angry at? Should I be stressed about the government that didn't find a way to push education about the vaccine and just let it for random people to just say that it's meant to be? Like, it annoys me when I see beggar children, and even like it makes me irritatingly angry. This just reminds me of one, because I have this whole like I think it's entering what I hate about my country, because I know this is not weird, but this is something I cannot shake off. The look of like frustrated old people who have to work. I don't give a damn what you did in your life. Like, it just reminds me that, like, it makes you forget, like, looking at the two things that bother me the most, looking at children suffer and looking at very elderly people suffer. Like, I'm just there like, oh my god. Like, it makes you forget that our society is not alone. Our society is, it makes you focus on, like, it makes you angry that you are so insignificant. I keep saying you, I meant I, but like, it makes me so angry that I'm so insignificant in the grand scheme of things. I'm important to me, but I wish I knew how to like grow his legs back. I wish we could find a way. Like, that's the thing. If all of humanity was educated, we'd probably find a way to grow limbs back by now. We'll probably, because it's possible. I think it's possible. Scientists have said it's probably possible. We'll probably find a way to grow limbs by now. We'll probably find a way to I don't know, we'll probably find a way to grow taller, because I know that thing really bothers me. Like, the three things that bother me: seeing beggar children, old people working. I for some weird reason, I'm desensitized to like beggar old people. It just annoys me. It makes me angry, but it doesn't like cause insane sadness when I see beggar children. Another thing that causes this insane sadness is when I see men who are obviously malnourished. I don't know, maybe I cannot recognize what malnourishment looks in women, like when they reach adulthood, but like, it's so like painfully obvious when a man was malnourished growing up. Like, he's like looking at the face of a man on a 9-year-old's body, and you're just there like, this is unfair. And you just like, and especially in this like modern age where somebody's so upset, where young girls are so obsessed with like tall. I'm like, what about the men who were not fed well? Like, it's one thing, you know, somebody is short, like that is just their genetics, but it's really, really heartbreaking to see a man, I don't know, maybe because I cannot recognize signs of malnourishment of a woman, to see a man who is tall, maybe whose entire lineage, father and mother, has been tall, and you can clearly see that the reason why he's short is that he wasn't fed well when he was supposed to be growing. And it just stresses me out. Like, and when I see children so obviously getting stunted, I don't know, who am I supposed to be angry at? Like, I don't know. Like, this is literally something, like all the other stuff, like I'm just there like, okay, you're like, we are not alone, we're not weird, but like actually seeing the victims of this issue, and I'm just like, what? Who am I supposed to be angry at? What am I supposed to do? Like, who? Like, I don't know. I that's the reason why I don't know. That this is one thing that really stresses me about like religion and everything. It's like, we don't, like, nobody is offering solutions to fix these children. Nobody's offering solutions to house these people, and I'm annoyed at my own helplessness. I'm annoyed at my mediocre salary. I'm annoyed about my lack of plan, but like, it will probably go on in the whole like things I hate about myself, and that's probably going to be long, dramatic, and even sadder. But the main thing I hate about this country is having to watch the people that fell through the cracks. Like, I'm grateful, like, to in the grand, like, in a worldwide scale, I have not suffered. Like, yes, I might look at myself as, okay, I wish I was born in a first world country. I wish I had certain opportunities, or I even know these things. I have fucking used like 50 gig of mobile data, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot of money. That's like fucking 9K 1 month, and I'm just there like, why am I wasting this much money to watch what? But like, I don't, like, sometimes I'm just there like, in the balance where I was like, it reminds me of that first conversation I was having, where I was like, where is the line between being like, I'm glad I'm not like that person, and trying to understand that your situation and being content. Like, must content be bred from comparison? Like, I want to be content at every step of my journey upward. That's the thing, I don't really have like a fire beneath me to propel me forward or what have you. But like, I want to know that there is I don't know, the main thing is the main takeaway is like, we should find a way to grow body parts back and make it cheap. So basically, it shouldn't be from America, they figure it should be from somewhere that they figure out how to grow back body parts. Or how to reverse like childhood malnourishment. I don't know, that's the key thing. I don't know. So like, these things I hate about my country, most of the things that ordinarily would have been, oh, I hate, it's causing me stress, I've accepted that this is not weird, so it's possible to get out of it. But looking at the effects, the people who are falling through the cracks, the people who didn't have parents to protect them, like, I don't want to be on this planet, but like, I'm here, so I have to live well. And as much as we all wish for better starting points, I understand what my starting point has done for me so far. So that's why I feel continuously ashamed about wasting my starting points when I just decide that I want to lie down and press phone all day. Literally, okay, let's jinx it. New month resolution. I've wasted January. I've wasted my 23, a month of my 23, like, of the time showing my 23 years of life. So like, new month, new me. Oh my god, I've jinxed it. But like, those are the things I hate about my country. Wow, this is going to be long, dramatic, and weird. Things I hate about myself. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know. How do I put it? I hate the fact that I am a freaking quitter. Like, I don't know. I have my moments where I start things and I continue and I'm gingered. I didn't quit my skincare Instagram, in case anybody's wondering. I don't know. I just felt unmotivated this week after I gingered myself that, oh my god, I'm totally going to get my act together. I need to get my fucking act together. Like, the one thing I hate about myself is like inability to network. Like, I don't know, like, I have friendship, but to make those friendships profitable, to like directly ask them, because people won't talk unless you ask. It's not that they're against you or anything, especially with the kind of people I roll with. They're not against you. They're pretty cool people. But like, it's nobody's going to profess solutions to whatever problem or emotional stuff you're having unless you ask. You freaking ask. Another thing is that I think the whole of 2020, I didn't grasp opportunities. Why? I don't know. I just didn't want those opportunities because I was like, stress. I just wanted to be chill. Now I'm like, oh my god, I have no opportunities. Or like, I'm too busy to look for opportunities, which I'm not. I literally come back from my 9 to 5 and press one. But like, time is so short. I'm going to go on about this in the abstract things I hate. But like, I like the fact how my own thought process is all over the place. But I like hearing the sound of my own voice. So like, whatever. Lol. So like, where was I? I was talking about the things I don't like about myself. Funny enough, I think my appearance is okay. Okay, like, about appearance, it is what it is. I try to work out. Like, I have muscular calves now, and I'm like, yes, no, not calves, quads. I have muscular quads now. I'm like, yes, but I'd like to be really skinny, but like I know that is not advisable for my body type. So like, yeah, we'll accept what we got. I'll accept the fact that I can lift weights comfortably and not be like half dead. Remember that Darius should remember to go on a run this like evening, because I was supposed to lift weights today and I didn't. So I'm like, whatever, I'll go on a run. I need more cardio anyway. So where was I? I was talking about how I don't remember. I was talking about the things I hated about myself, and one thing I hate the fact that I can't come up with a coherent story. I hate the fact that I'm jumpy. I don't know why I'm jumpy. I don't think like I can concentrate on things for a very long period of time. But like when I decided I'm not concentrating, I am so flighty and all over the place, and it's like literally have sugar growing off my back, and I'm like, what is this rubbish and nonsense? So I'm like, yeah, there's absolutely that. But then there's me trying to exist in this freaking world. I don't know, like, I know this is rambly and weird. Like, it's always rambly and weird. Then we'll get better at editing. And this voice recording actually did come out better. I've like tested out the other segments and like top notch. Okay, not top notch, but like better than Anchor's recordings, whatever. So where was I? Things I hate about myself. Yes, the fact that I ramble off and on, go everywhere, like never really have a current direction, and not like getting really bored when I try to make an outline. The attempt at focusing at everything at once. Like literally that week, I'm even glad that I surprisingly got up to 30 posts, which is basically been like, it could have been 30 days, but like it wasn't, because let's just say the 4 days I missed is the 4 posts from first time. So like I'll say that what will I say? I'll say that one thing is I hate that I'm flighty, jumping up and down, like my thought process is really scattered for a lot of things. Then I hate the fact that, but like I'm trying to improve that. I hate the fact that I try to pick up so many things at once, and I'm just there like, why? Like I remember like having this weird ginger that I was like, I'm going to learn how to draw, but like I want to learn how to draw. I've been wanting to learn how to draw. When I see my people and I'm just there like, oh god, I want to draw these people. They're so eye-catching, so pretty, so amazing, so different looking. I noticed that people like, I don't like the unification of aesthetics. Like people, I don't think anybody's ugly so far you are healthy. Like many people are not healthy, myself inclusive, but like I'm on the road to healthy, and I noticed like having healthier skin, having healthier things, and like my attractive rating has like gone way up. But like besides that, what was I even saying? Another thing I hate myself, my very short memory. Jesus Christ, my memory is short. But like it's not short in when I decide something matters. Not that I don't think this podcast matters, but what I was talking about the first time is starting so many things at once. Like I like the fact that I just woke up, went on, like I do things better when I just wake up and do them rather than like planning and shit. Like I like planning, but like planning is part of the things I wake up and do, and properly plan then do it. But like sometimes I'm glad that I just woke up and said, oh, I'm going to Anchor to like do shit, and it was fine. It was like really really fine, and it kept on going. This is like week 13. That is off point. But I did say I was going to talk about the things I hated about myself in a very cheery voice. Where was I? Yes, starting too many things at once. I said I was going to draw. That's another thing. I said I was going to learn how to draw because I wanted to like draw my people. Another thing is I said I was going to try and get the data science internships. So I'm going to try that again. But I'm so scared of Reddit humans. I just want to be somebody's assistant. So like I don't mind earning like a pittance every month, like in like a first words definition of a pittance, so that I'll have time to work from home and learn other things, apply for a master's, be able to go in the middle of the afternoon to get my transcripts. Basically 9 to 5 is not for me. Okay, at least 9 to 5 where I currently am. It's not that the job is terrible, it's just that like there is just like I don't think I'm ready for for a real job. I'm just there like, okay, I don't know. But like, we'll continue to ginger. Another thing that stresses me about me is um like I said, I think I said my inability to grab opportunities. Another thing is my inability to search for opportunities. I don't think I went into detail the other time. My inability to grab opportunities, like, so I've had literally some opportunities handed to me in a platter of gold, and I didn't fucking take it because I don't know. I'm just Dayo. And I always go for like the worst thing. I'm regretting like choosing my job. It's not bad, and I have like extra spending money and somewhere to go to every morning. But like, even though I don't feel like I'm achieving something like when I was studying on my own. Even though I didn't have any direction that I was studying towards, I don't feel like I'm achieving anything. So it's like I'm trying to tell myself that if March comes, even if I don't see by the end of April, even if I don't, it's March or April, even if I don't see an opportunity, I'll quit to focus on getting like an opportunity. I hope so. I don't know. I need to opportunity Dio. But like, I don't know. And I worry about too many things. I worry about too many things. Because I don't know, like, I'm obsessed with the big picture that I often forget that I have to do it one step at a time, that I have to improve myself, I have to improve my life, like, with the things around me. I get so like engrossed with the fact that like it's all pointless sometimes that I forget that like there are people around me that I don't know that I can improve. That like there are steps I can take to improve myself, improve my life, improve everything. But like, I'm not doing those things, and I wish I was. And I hate the fact that I keep wishing and I come back like some kind of abusive ex, like some kind of deranged victim to an abusive ex, to my bad habits of like just pressing phone and reading manga instead of coming back for my 9 to 5 and looking for a way to get out of it, because I feel we're just like quitting without an option. So like, yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, bye bye. No, and I still haven't gotten good at editing. Another thing is, I hate my tendency to half-ass something when I'm losing interest in it. Like, when I have interest in something, I'm obsessive. Like, I haven't learned how to be an adult, so to speak, and have that proper attention to detail where like, even though you don't fucking like something, you're going to do it well. And it's like, it's something I see in my co-workers that like, even if they hate it from the bottom of their soul, they will do it well. I'm just there like, oh god, I need multiple revisions, and this is not what I want for myself. I don't want to be gaslit by some crazy person with like two-faced personality for the rest of my life. Whoever knows whoever, I don't know, fill it in. So like, Dale doesn't want to make any personality resolution day changes. I just want to decide that I'm changing this one thing and stick to it for the rest of my life, which is something that I surprisingly can do. Like, one day in year 2, I was just like, I have decided I'm saying yellow for the rest of my life, and I do fucking do. Like, I do fucking do. Lol. I do. I remember this one time I was like, I'm going to decide to be saying the universe, because I wanted to make I was getting very agnostic at that period, but I was surrounded by Christian sisters, and I was like, how do I make this a point that how do I like not see? So I tried to make it a funny situation when I kept on mentioning like the universe and weird shit like that. Another thing is accepting that I accept that, but like, it keeps me down when I want to like give a shit about it and stuff. But like, sometimes I don't like how I easily accept no. Like, it's a good thing. It's a fabulous thing when they are dealing with consent and friendships and all this kind of stuff. But like, I don't know, man. That was just ranty and trying to get it to 12 minutes. Didn't get to 12 minutes, but yeah. Abstract things that I hate. I hate time. I just hate it. It's just, I don't know. I think time is tied to aging for me. It's like we're just growing up too fast. Okay, technically I'm not growing up. I'm just getting older because I'm not growing up. I'm already an adult. But like time is going too fast, like too fast, and I hate it. I hate the fact that the human body is so fucking slow. It's just like you have the idea in your head, like our brain is fast, but our body is like, that would take too much time. I'm not doing that. Okay, I'll do that, but I will waste your time. That kind of vibe. Then there's so many other random shit that I just hate. Then maybe this is going to be a resolution chapter. I was like, okay, this is what I hate, this is what I'm going to do and fix it. So like, yeah, resolution chapter. I don't think I have any resolution chapter because I cannot change humanity. Humanity does what humanity does. I can start a movement. I can try to push it, make it seductive, make it make sense, make it seem like the best, make it seem like the better half, make it seem like the amazing one. Dayo is yawning towards the end. Make it seem like the amazing one, make it seem like the better half, make it seem like people are going on, they're moving on, they're deciding like this is what they're going to do with their life and their time and whatever, and what have you. So it's like, I don't know, this is quite a short podcast because I don't think, which is kind of good, I don't think I have much to hate about myself or my nation or like just stuff. Or maybe I literally, because I have no outline, I didn't say much about anything. I hate the fact that, so this is going to count as things I hate about myself. I hate the fact that sometimes randomly I think about something I could have said 10 years ago that would have made me cooler, or like I'll have been able to enter the conversation or whatever. It may not necessarily be 10 years ago, like, or even last week or something that would have made me seem like I knew what I was talking about, all that vibe, all that jazz. So it's like, yeah. But like, now that is covered, what is my resolution plan? I don't know. Like, because I think the first things first is to focus on one issue I'm going to try and solve. Focus on one issue that I'm going to try to solve. To not put my mind in so many goddamn different places at once, but to also make sure that I have my end goal in mind. My end goal is to be able to draw semi-realistic people so that I can see like stuff that I like. Like, I like people's features. I think they look nice. I want to draw people's bodies. They look great in Lagos, and it's like really freaking awesome. So, but I don't think I'm ready to focus on that as like this is what I want to do in my spare time when I get out of the office. So like, I think what I should aggressively focus on is a job hunt. I need to refine my CV. I need to, like, maybe we'll probably have an entire conversation on like what's, I don't know, on like the workforce and the pointlessness of existence. But everything is pointless, so you just have to do something or you off yourself. So maybe like one thing what is my goal plan? To focus on getting a data science or a data analytics internship. That's the one thing. If I can get a 9 to 5 in Nigeria based on that would be a good idea. To get a data analyst internship, look for what they're asking for in Nigeria, or try to become an assistant for somebody on Reddit. That is the plan. And the end goal is to get out of working by March. Leave my job by March. I know this is not me having this is me deciding to do things and having answers and actually finishing my goddamn Coursera courses. So that's like the game plan about like the things I hate about myself. Like, I need to settle down and pick one thing, not like I want to draw, I want to do Instagram, I want to do this, I want to do that one. So I'm going to be reducing the frequency of my Instagram posts, but make sure they are well researched, because and I do my Canva stuff on time. So like maybe like one on Monday, one on like Tuesday, one on Thursday, and one on Sunday. So it now be like 3 posts per week. I know, but like, I genuinely don't want people to burn their face off, and I need to go like try and create routines and try to, like, the main reason why I created that stuff, which is weird because I've been mostly focusing on hyperpigmentation and stuff, and you have to use these products and test them out and what have you, but like, I've been creating my own serums, and I don't intend to sell. So I'm like, how do I recommend cheap products to people? Like, how? I cannot give like disclaimers that based on the ingredients I do not use these products, but so far I don't sell anything. Does that count? I don't know. That's something that will sort itself out. But I will continue to give like skincare information on my Instagram like 3 times a week. So that's one thing. This is me sorting myself out and like creating plans and like trying to sort myself out and all that rubbish. um what about my nation? I cannot remove that feeling. I am always going to get angry. I don't know how far humanity is from. We need to find a way to fix something that's already happened. Like a lot of people that like, if you have the genetic possibility of getting taller, right, and it's not that you are genetically shorter, like that's your genetic expression. That was what you were meant to be, short. It was supposed to be like you are malnourished at one point, which is a lot of men in Nigeria. A lot, because a lot of men in Nigeria. And I'm like, if Nigeria gets like a better country, can people not figure out how to get people taller? At least before they die, let it know like they ate well, and the damage their malnourishment did was fixed. And another thing, I want to get over my fear of like researching humanity. I don't want to find something negative about me. That's one thing you freak out when you're from somewhere that people are constantly trashed towards. So like, yeah, that's Dayo's plan, I think, for the coming month. Oh my god, February to date on me. Dayo. There's one thing, like as I get older I try to I won't call them a New Year resolution, but because my birthday is like so close to the New Year's, like I actually did achieve shit when I was 22. Like I still have all that knowledge, sort of like it will come to me the moment I open a book. So like, yeah, I have to figure out what I'm doing myself. So bye. And I hope you've had like a good time listening to Dayo just complain and vibing and just be sad. But like I said in the beginning, I'm trying to find my own answers. This is not a podcast where I have the answers or I tell you about things. This is me trying to find my own answers by thinking about things critically, by looking inwards, by understanding that every human is complex. I'm maybe trying to create, even though I'm building on the foundation of stoicism, optimistic nihilism, and Ubuntu. I'm not like I said, I like and I hate that aspect of humanity. I'm going to pick and choose to create like what Dio wants to follow. And I don't think there's going to be a school of thought. There's going to be your school of thought, your thought process. So like you can take things from other people, but it's not going to be truly what you believe in. So like this is just me putting out there the way I'm trying to find something that I believe in. So bye, and it has been a personal code of conduct. Bye.